Hey friends, Tory Birmingham here with westernlandforsale.com. That's a picture of me at Lake Powell, which is really close to the property that I want to show you today. I love traveling around the west and the southwest to check out these properties and camp and hike and bike, and that's why I'm in this business. There's a fantastic opportunity right now for a 10-acre property in Mojave County, Arizona. This is the property. I'm going to show you more detailed views. We're going to drill down on this really close, but I want to show you right now the close proximity to everything, really. This is one of my favorite areas. I think it's one of the best investments that you can make, partly due to the desirability because of the weather. The elevation is about 3,400 feet, and if you're in Arizona, you can count on about 340 days of crystal clear blue skies per year. It's really close to Las Vegas, approximately 86 miles, and I've got all of this listed on my website, so don't worry about taking notes or having to memorize this. All this information is going to be on the website, and I'm going to show you that. St. George, Utah to the north, approximately 200 miles. Kingman, Arizona, only 30 miles. The property is in Dolan Springs. We've got Bullhead City real close by, Fort Mojave, Lake Havasu City, not to mention Lake Havasu, the Colorado River, Lake Mojave here, Lake Mead, fantastic recreation area, Flagstaff and the Grand Canyon, Phoenix, if you want to go a little bit farther, Phoenix is 230 miles. Okay, that's nothing to take a drive to Phoenix. You guys that are out here cruising around and wanting to get out and away and off the grid, I know you can do that and back standing on your head. The property, one of my favorite things about this property is all of the public Bureau of Land Management land that surrounds it. So everything here marked in yellow is BLM land. This is open public space that is not going to be developed. Here's the 10-acre parcel. This is in a subdivision called Gateway Acres in Dolan Springs. It's got really good road access. This road that runs right here, hopefully you can see my mouse, is called Normandy. And across the street from the property is BLM land, and I think that's about 160 acres right there. Not to mention that you come this way for more BLM land, probably a 40-acre parcel, and if this is 40, that must make that 80. Okay, this is an entire section which is 640 acres. So that's there's another 10-acre parcel here, and then 640 acres of open BLM land that you can four-wheel drive, hunt, fish, whatever. Let me give you a little bit better overview here of where exactly the property is. Right near the border of Nevada and Arizona. It's kind of cool because that border runs along the Colorado River. So half of Lake Mojave is on one side and the other half on the other. As we move into the property, I want to show you how close it is to Kingman and the road access. Okay, so I always look for properties that are just on the outskirts of town, and that's what we have here. We've got a lot of development, and then the reason for that is when the developers run out of property up in here, up where the main city is, then they come looking for more land. And you know who gets rich in real estate? It's farmers and landholders like yourself, me and you, who are holding property, and we're just enjoying it. Maybe we're farming, maybe we're living off the grid, and one day in the future, not too far away, a big home builder comes to us and says, hey, we need more land because we've filled all of this up out here, and so they offer us $100,000 an acre, and you're paying $900 per acre for this property. 10 acres, that's $1 million, and that's how you become a millionaire in real estate. Here are driving directions from the property on Normandy Road to downtown Dolan Springs. 19 miles away, takes 31 minutes. This is the closest location for your gas and groceries and amenities that you may need. Dolan Springs is kind of a small town. They call it the gateway to Lake Mead. Lake Mead is 60 miles to the north and a fantastic opportunity for recreation. I'm going to show you some pictures of that. Kingman, Arizona is less than 30 miles away. This would be approximately 36 miles, 36 miles. Kingman is a town of about 30,000 people. They have a Walmart, supercenter, they have a regional medical center, everything that you could need in a town about 36 miles away. I get a lot of people asking me about how they tell me how they want to live off the grid, but you need to consider that if you're off the grid, you still want to be able to get to a hospital or an emergency room if you need to. You get bit by a snake or cut yourself on a rusty nail out here, you need to go in and get a tetanus shot. Okay, so 35 miles away is very doable for you. Lake Mojave is 14 miles to the west. A short 14 miles and you're in what I would consider like paradise. Lake Mojave is absolutely beautiful. Google it on your own Google machine and look at all the photos. Here are the driving directions from the property to Lake Mojave. 14 miles. This property sits in a valley. There's a mountain range here, and there are roads that go through all the way to the lake. Absolutely beautiful. This is the border, as I mentioned. Arizona on the east side, Nevada on the west side. And of course, everything that Nevada and Arizona has to offer. Lake Mead, 60 miles to the north in Nevada, very close to Las Vegas. Las Vegas is only 86 miles away. Lake Mead is one of the most beautiful lakes probably in the entire country. Lake Powell is not far away, another really beautiful lake, but Lake Mead dwarfs Lake Powell by comparison. Let me show you some of the details, okay? This is all from my website at westernlandforsale.com. Just click on the state of Arizona and then look at this 10-acre property in Mojave. This will give you the parcel number, the subdivision, the GPS coordinates. This is to the center of the property, the latitude and longitude. I have the latitude and longitude for each of the four corners. So you can go to the property, plot it out, mark it off with your GPS. This will give you all of the information. Here are the distance to all of the cities. I mentioned Las Vegas a couple times, but you also have Bullhead City at 63 miles away. Laughlin, Nevada is an amazing small Nevada town with great restaurants, gambling. It's a really hot spot, 60 miles away. Lake Havasu City. And then you get a little farther away with Flagstaff, where the Grand Canyon is, Phoenix, and St. George, Utah. Other recreation, we talked about Lake Mead, but the Grand Canyon, the Colorado River is only 50 miles away, depending on where you enter. Lake, it could be a lot closer. Lake Mead, 60 miles away. The property is being offered with easy seller financing, $500 down, and your total payments are $211 for just 60 months. That's with a purchase price of $9,700. Again, this information is all on westernlandforsale.com. I don't want to take a ton of your time because you can go there and spend all the time that you want looking at it. This is a duplicate. There are some photos. We talked about the BLM land. This is the Regional Medical Center that I mentioned in Kingman, Arizona. This is a view from Highway 93 leading to the property. That's the main highway that you would take from Kingman to get to the property. A picture of the Colorado River 14 miles away, or Lake Mojave, another picture of Lake Mojave during sunset. Mount Tipton Wilderness Area is the opposite direction to the east of the property, only 17 miles away. Fantastic, totally green property there. Here's an interactive map on my website. You're able to come in and move this around, go as far out as you want. If you click on the larger map, it'll open another one up and you can put in your location, no matter where you are in the country, and get driving directions exactly to the property. Last item I want to cover is the climate. Today, this is the forecast, not the forecast, but the actual temperature, 96 degrees. I mentioned that this area in Mojave County especially is so desirable for investment land and recreational property because of the weather. That's great that it's 96 in July, but what's it like the rest of the year? Here is January, the average high temperature, this is in Kingman, 54 degrees, and the average low is 31, okay? That is so perfect to me anyway. 59 in February, 63 in March, it starts to warm up, 80 degrees in May and 53 for an average low. June, July, August are warm, just like they are in most areas, and then September, October, November, it cools way down. In December, Christmas time, you're going to have 55-degree, crystal clear, blue, sunny days with a low at night of 32. You can camp in that weather, you can have an RV, whatever it is that you want to do. All right, guys, take a look at my website at westernlandforsale.com again, and let me get back there so you can see that. Give me a call. My mobile number is on the website, and I'll be glad to talk to you about any details that we may have missed, or let me know if you want to lock this one up. I think it'll go quickly. Thanks a lot. Have a great day. Talk to you soon.